Now that the paper is produced, let us see how the paper is sold.
There are marketing depots for the paper mills in different cities. With the developed railways and roadways, it is easy for the transportation of paper to the markets. In addition, paper is also exported to countries like Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, Malaysia, Singapore, Nigeria and South Africa through the marketing depots.
Now let us see the kind of workers and the nature of their work in the paper mills.
In a paper mill, different kinds of work are done by the different employees. While some work on machines, some work on electrical fittings, some work on assistants, some transport the materials and so on. There are highly qualified personnel like the engineers, while some are from industrial training institutes and polytechnic colleges.
In addition to the nature of work, the employees are recruited on certain terms and conditions. While some are employed as casual workers who work when the need arises, there are the regular and permanent employees in the factory. In addition to the regular and casual workers, there are workers who are employed on a contract basis. Now let us see the various benefits that these employees get. The permanent workers have certain benefits like the Provident Fund, which is paid when the employee retires from service, medical insurance, compensations in times of unforeseen events, besides hike in salary every year and regular holidays, one day every week, festivals and additional leaves. The healthcare facilities of the family members of the permanent employees are taken care of by the factory. Allowances are also provided for purchasing uniform cloth, for washing, along with bonuses when the paper mill gets benefits. The casual workers are the employees who are employed on and off depending on the requirement. The casual employees are employed for a few days in a week or a month to carry out various activities like cleaning the floors, pasting the labels on the paper packets and so on. These employees are paid on a daily basis and they do not get any facilities like the permanent workers. The contract workers, on the other hand, get a lower salary when compared to the permanent employees. They do not get any kind of allowances or bonus or paid holidays. These contract employees might get regularized as permanent workers after 2 or 3 years of working. On the other hand, the accountants, clerks and managers get better salaries compared to the others. In addition, the senior managers, who are generally from the families of the owners, are also paid high salaries beside a number of allowances, education for children, housing facilities and so on. Many a times it is seen that the casual workers are employed for regular work by the factory owners to reduce expenses. In addition, the factory owners also purchase machinery that requires very few workers to cut down on the expenses. These kinds of steps by the management attract agitations and bargaining by the workers' unions for various reasons. Students, have you ever wondered who are the owners of the paper mills? Sometimes a group of few people invest large amounts of money and borrow money from banks to set up the factories. The balance amount of money that comes after paying salaries to all the employees and other dues is shared by these people who had invested money for the setting of the factories. Some factories are owned by the governments, which are run by the governments for the welfare of the people.
As we have seen, the factories require large quantities of raw materials from natural resources like rivers, forests and mines are easily exhausted.
Although the factories provide employment to a large number of people, the workers find it very tedious and are prone to different kinds of health problems due to the exposure to chemicals. With meager payments, the workers are forced to live in slums with minimal facilities. Therefore, the biggest challenge is to find ways to balance our needs and the effects of it on the factory system and the ways to improve the lives of workers. You must have felt a kind of stench when you pass by some of the industries or factories, isn't it? What do you think causes such kind of smell?
In addition, the factories emit a lot of smoke and other materials that pollute the air, water and the soil with chemical effluents. The dust and the chemicals are released from the factories and industries. This is why there is a need to control the damage caused by them in the environment.
With an idea to reduce pollution, the mills and factories now have an effluent treatment plant where water containing the chemicals is sent for treatment. This is how the paper mills and many other factories work with so many processes, people and raw materials.